Hello YouTube, welcome to Yorkshire ASMR, here to introduce a new series of ASMR videos. I have here a book called My Best Book of Nursery Rhymes, and it's a book I got for my first birthday, first birthday. There is a lot of nursery rhymes, so I probably won't do it all now. I'll probably just do 10 or so, and then just do several videos of it. So let's begin with By Baby Bunting. By Baby Bunting, Daddy's gone hunting, gone to get rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in. The next one is pretty well known. I can't imagine many people many people be familiar with By Baby Bunting. This one I'm pretty sure most people will know, called Hickory Dickory Dock. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. Here's another one which somebody might know. A lot of people will probably know. Here's Little Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating a curd some way. There came a big spider. He sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Ah! Again, now we're at probably a bit of an unfamiliar one called Tommy Tucker. I think I remember seeing a little cafe called Tommy Tucker in a local area to me called Staplefoot, on the Staplefoot Highway. I think that's what it's called, might be wrong. Anyway, little Tommy Tucker sang for his supper. What shall we give him? Why, bread and butter. How shall he cut it without any knife? How will he marry without any wife? Well, nowadays he might potentially marry a husband, but back then it probably would have been a wife or nothing. Anyway, so here's another one where you might be familiar with. There was an old woman. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread. She whipped them all soundly and sent them to bed. Well, Yes, the woman and the shoe. Lovely. Look, what a lovely image. Just a bit battered and rugged, but like the Weasley house in Harry Potter. Speaking of Harry Potter, on my other channel, this is the first time I think I've mentioned it on this channel, is Yorkshire Scott Principles, and there is a video I've made, part 1 and part 2, on the right to kill. Is it right to kill pests? No. Out of fear, kill things out of fear? No. I use the example of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the Minister for Magic, Cornelius Fudge, and I say his fear blinded him to the fact that Voldemort was back. He who must not be named, and therefore he did try to discredit Harry and Professor Dumbledore. That was what fear did. Fear can lead to killing pests. No, that is not right. Anyway, to see the full video, please visit my other channel, Yorkshire Scott Principles. Anyway, back to the Nursery Rhymes. This next one is called Ladybird, Ladybird. Never heard of Ladybird before? Well, if you're American, I don't know what other countries of the world call it, or other countries in the Anglicised world call it. Please comment down below what you call it. Ladybird? But a ladybird, well, in America, is a ladybug. So anyway, Ladybird, Ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are gone. All except one, and that's little Anne, and she's cradled under the warm pan. Well, that seems a bit of a silly idea. Like warm, but you never know. Get a bit incinerated. I don't know if she heard the expression, out of the frying pan and into the fire. A valuable lesson there indeed. The next one is called Cobbler, Cobbler. Cobbler is a shoesmith. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30. Stitch it up, stitch it down, and then I'll give you half a crown. Now, this one I would imagine a lot of you will probably heard. Mary, Mary. Mary, Mary, crack on cherry, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells, all pretty maids all in a row. A funny story about a cockle. There was I was in Piccadilly, not Piccadilly Circus, I was in Trafalgar Square, London, about 10 years ago, I can't remember how many times. I get down to London loads of times. I live in Nottinghamshire, even though I was born and bred in Yorkshire. And there was this blue cockerel on the 4th plinth in Trafalgar Square, and this guy comes up to me and says, "Can you take a picture of me and my son in front of the blue cock?" Which I kind of knew what he meant, but obviously it was hard not to see the more the other connotations to it. As this will probably be shown to children, I won't go into detail, but I think most of you will know what I'm getting at. But yeah, I did have a little bit of a chuckle to myself. Okay, the next one is called Little Jack Horner. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy I am." Which is a slightly odd thing to add in this rhyme, but there you go. But it's probably got some kind of historical context. If any of you are interested in me maybe looking up and explaining and doing a video about historical context of some of these, then please comment down below. Okay, I think I will leave it at that. So if you like this content, please come back for part 2 of Nursery Rhymes. I've still got all of this to do. So there's probably, I don't know, another 40, 50 plus nursery rhymes to read out. So please like, comment and subscribe. Please check out my other videos, and please check out my other channel, ASMR, not ASMR, what I'm talking about, Yorkshire Scott Principles, where, so, with that in mind, I will leave you to get on with your day, your evening, go to sleep, whatever you're going to be doing now. Until the next video, here at Yorkshire Scott ASMR. Yeah.